Kevin Mayo, and today we have some Goose Island Festivity Ale. This is actually the first Goose Island that I've ever reviewed. I don't know why, it just never got around to it. It's a brown ale, caramel and dark fruit malt, flavors swirl in a creamy, tasty brown ale. It is 50 IBUs and 7.7 ABV on it. And we all know Goose Island. Everybody kind of argues, are they still a craft beer, not a craft beer? But Anheuser-Busch owns a bunch of it. I don't know. If it tastes good, it works for me. So don't care who brews it. Let's give it a crack, see what we got. Now, I did read somewhere to say use a nonic glass, so we have one. And as always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe. We're always looking for new friends. And go ahead and leave some comments. Oh, we got a pretty aggressive beer here. Let's slow that pour down. Does look like a brown ale, I can give it that. We got about 3 fingers of head on it. It is a brown head on it, fairly tight bubbles, dark ruby red, not a ton of carbonation. And it's pretty clear. I'm going to guess this has been filtered and it's not bottle conditioned. Let's do aroma. And you do get like a dark fruit. Actually, you get almost like a gummy bear. Yeah, you know, like a sweet... Again, there might be some brewer sugar in there. Just a hint of caramel. I'm not really picking up too much in the way of the malt. Like I said, the caramel's probably a little bit of the roasted malt. On the website, they do give a pretty good indication of what it's in it for malt and for hops. I'll put that underneath in my description when I post this. Let's do the taste. It's like a sweet brown ale. And then it finishes fairly, what was I going to say? Let me try that again, since I'm rambling aimlessly. So, it's not, a lot of the winter beers are kind of spicy. It's got a hint of that in it, it's not too much of that. Finishes bitter, what I was trying to say. You do get those 50 IBUs at the back of your throat. It just kind of washes over you. And then at the back end, you get some bready malt. Up front, it's kind of sweet, that candy I was talking about earlier. So yeah, you get a sweet, like a brown sugar up front. It's got a very astringent taste to it. It's got that sharp lager taste. It finishes backwards. It kind of works backwards here, other than the bitter at the end. Where the malt in the back end, the fruits up front. So a little bit, I said a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of that dark fruit, maybe a little bit of date. Yeah, and like I said, a very astringent taste to it. It's a sharp, like metal almost feeling. It finishes. I just find this a wildly unbalanced beer. Flavors are all over the place. It's just not doing it for me. Don't really like this beer at all. I like a good brown ale. This is not a good brown ale. You don't get that earthy, malty that you get from a good brown ale. It's kind of like an astringent, like a lager brown mix, and it's just not doing it. I don't have much good to say about this beer. Would never drink another one. I would never order another one, never buy another one. Thank God I only bought one and not a 6-pack. We're going to give it, I haven't done this in a while, but we're going to go under 50. We're going to give this one a 35 out of 100. Till next time, keep drinking.